So far, we have already looked at public speaking. What is public speaking? What are some of the skills we can use to be an effective public speaker? We've looked at how the voice works and how we can use it more effectively and more skillfully. Okay, so today we're going to start looking at debate. So to begin with, I hope a few of you have read the quote, but I'll read it to you as well. So deliberation and debate is the way you stir the soul of our democracy. Okay, and that's by Jesse Jackson, that quote. And he was a kind of a young protege of Martin Luther King as well. So kind of keeping in theme with what we've looked at. Okay, so what does that really mean? Debate is the way you stir the soul of our democracy. Well, that's something we're going to talk about a bit more today and look at what a debate actually is. So maybe you can be thinking to yourselves now, what do you already know about debates? What is a debate? And why do we have them? Okay, because I'm going to ask you some questions about that in a moment. So I hope we're all awake and listening and ready to go, because I'm going to start asking for some hands up, okay? Because I like discussion. So the first question, what is a debate? How would you define a debate? What is a debate? What are some situations we might use debate for? How would it be helpful in those situations? And what do you think makes an effective debate? How do you know you're giving a good debate? And how is it going to, do what you want it to do? Okay, so what is a debate? So let's have some hands up, just to talk through either one question or a couple, whatever you'd like to say, just to see what you already know, okay? It's not a test, so it's just to see what you know. And I'm going to try and unmute you, so I'll ask you to go, and then put your hand down after you've spoken. So let's start with Ngozi, because you were first.
Sir, a debate can be defined as a formal discussion or discourse where on a topic where there are opposing viewpoints.
Excellent, Ngozi. Okay, really good word there. You've looked at discourse. Okay, there's a discussion, there's discourse. It's a conversation about something, usually, as you've said brilliantly, opposing viewpoints, opposing sides. Okay, so you're looking at things from two different perspectives. So there's a disagreement almost. Okay, let's go to Chadira.
A debate is a formal discussion, or usually where there's an opposing, an agreeing or disagreeing side to a statement or something.
Okay, Chadira, can I ask you as well, what's maybe a situation you might use a debate for?
If you're trying to decide between two things, I don't know, if, for example, dogs should be banned from the UK, I don't know, and then there's an opposing side and
Yeah,
says they want the dogs to go, and then another side that wants the dogs to stay, stuff like that.
brilliant. Okay, no, really good. Thank you. So yeah, you can use it in lots of situations. One situation I'll maybe say is we use it a lot if you watch, into politics, politicians and who is our leader, is often about debate and things like that. But if there was a disagreement about something with dogs, like Jira says, maybe the local council might hold a public debate. Okay, so really good. Let's go to praise. Ebikake. If you can, should I unmute you? Let me try and unmute you, praise, okay?
Oh, sorry. So a debate is like Chidara said, a formal argument or discussion about a matter, and what makes it of an effective debate, you have to use projection and you can't be scared of what you want to say. You have to say it boldly. And what are some situations we use debate for? We may use it for if we want to make some big decisions in our society, what can I make? What are you? It's kind of hard to think of. If you want to make a big building, It's fine. If you want to make a big building but knock down an old one, but people have used that old one for a bit of time, you might make a debate on making the new building or not.
Brilliant. That's a really good answer. So let me ask a different question in response to what Praise has just said there, because it's really good. So it's not written down, yeah? So you use debate clearly when there's a disagreement and maybe there's a politics or there's a building you want to knock down and local people are going to be upset. So what is it about debating that is a really useful way to deal with a disagreement? Why is debating a really good way of dealing with a disagreement? If someone just turned around and said, no, that's how we're doing it, get over it. Okay, that's one option, isn't it? But why is a debate important then? Let me go to Michael, if you can answer that question, Michael. So why is a debate a good way to get over a disagreement?
Debates are very good for resolving conflict without having to get physical or pissing off a specific side. So everyone has a say and everyone gets something out of the matter.
Really good. Okay, excellent. Yeah, so really good. It's a really good way of, you know, discussing something and getting around a problem without being violent or physical, like you said. Really good. And of course, we always want to make sure we're heard and that our beliefs are put forward and supported, and you can stand up for yourself. So having good debate skills as well is a really good way to ensure that your voice is heard. Okay, and in the idea of, you know, politics, or what we looked at, civil rights and stuff, it's really important to make sure every person's voice can be heard. And a situation like a debate is a really good opportunity to do that. I'm going to take one more little comment and then we'll move on because there's lots I want to do as well. So we'll go to Ibim. I'll ask you to unmute.
Yes, sir.
Go on, Ibim.
Yes, sir. Wait, which question are we on?
So I was just, if you wanted to make, you can answer any question, Ibim, if you just wanted to make an extra comment, something that no one said.
Okay, so what is the debate? No, what are some situations we use debate for? Is when we are in, like, when a community has an idea of something and some other people have an opposing idea of that. So you can use the debate to settle out like differences. So like there's balance.
No, that's really good. Great word there, balance. Okay, so we've got to hear the balance, because things are not very often in life, are they? Black and white. There's usually complexity, or something we might call nuance. So there's a complexity, there's a nuance to things in life, the real world. It's not just simple as black and white, yes and no, which is why it's really important to have large and healthy discussions and debates to really unpick all of those complexities. Really, really good, guys. Just put your hands down for me for now, and we're going to move on to the next slide because there'll be loads of opportunities for you to speak. Just put your hands down for now. I'm going to talk through a little bit with you what a debate is and how you might hold a formal debate structure, because obviously the word debate is a word in itself. So we can have a little debate about lots of things conversationally, okay, a disagreement. But a formal debate, as a lot of you have discussed, it's a formal thing. There can be formal debates, okay, that you have on TV or in big conference halls. So we're going to talk a bit about what that looks like. Because we are, by the way, at the end of these sessions, we're going to hold our own debate. But I'm going to get onto that later. So a debate is a topic or a motion that defines an issue is going to be debated. So there's a topic, a motion, or an issue that was going to be debated. There are usually two teams, one supporting and opposing the topic, so agreeing and disagreeing. There will usually be preparation time where the teams have to research in detail and plan their arguments. If you don't have all the current research and the current knowledge, how are you going to be able to give a really convincing argument? The debate will then, Ngozi, if you just mute for me. Right. So then the debate will have opening statements. So either side, the supporting and opposing, will lead with a large opening statement where each speaker introduces their position and their main arguments. So this is where you're giving your main points and you want to be really powerful and impactful because this is your first time to speak. You then have arguments and counter arguments where each side are able to respond to the other team's points and ask them questions. And then it will usually finalize with a closing statement, which again, each speaker can reiterate their main arguments and their position for the debate. So that's really the basic structure there. So I'll just take 2 or 3 if there's any questions about that it's not clear for you, structure of a debate, because then we're going to move on to something else, okay? But any questions, you can put your hand up about the structure of a debate. I'm sure you all got that. Okay, so no, so I'll move along. So that's just to give you a bit of knowledge in case you didn't know of what the structure of a formal debate might look like, okay? So we've looked at our voice, we've looked at public speaking and how we can use our voice. We talked about poetic language or tone, emphasis, pace, okay? But we're looking at debates today. So what kind of language do you want to use in a debate? What kind of language do we want to use? Well, we usually want to use persuasive language. I've put on the board some examples of persuasive language. Some of them have definitions, but some of them don't. So I might ask a couple of you if you could talk me through some of these techniques, these language techniques, and whether you know what they are or why you think they might be useful in a debate in persuasive language, okay? So just choose one for me, don't go through all of them, obviously. So Igdalia, I'm going to come to you, Igdalia.
So a rhetorical question is like a question that you don't necessarily want an answer to, but you want people to think about it, like
Brilliant.
what you're saying.
And why, Igdalia, don't go away. So why would that be useful, do you think, in a debate as a piece of persuasive language? Go on, I'll unmute you again. Go again.
You could make the audience start to wonder if your point is more valid than the others, because they'll start thinking about what you've said.
Really good. Okay, excellent, Igdalia. I'm going to go to Vivian now, if you can choose another one.
So like personal pronouns, I, you, and we. Let's say if you're in a debate and you use pronoun, it makes the debate seem more personal, especially if you're using you. It makes the audience feel more included inside the debate, and that this is an issue that the audience is everybody is experiencing something.
Brilliant. Okay, Vivian, really well explained. Yeah, so using personal pronouns, it makes you feel more involved, like you're actually being spoken to. Okay, really, really good. So let's go to Tolu. If you can choose one more.
Statistics and figures.
Statistics and figures. Go on. Why is that important?
Because like how that's like true, it can back up your motive with evidence that will make the audience believe and be like, oh, they have a really good point and it's backed up with evidence.
Really good, Tolu. Exactly. If you are talking about something and you're using real scientific statistics and figures and evidence, then that's going to be much more convincing for your argument. Okay, so it's really good that you can use real facts and research, because then you can show all of your knowledge and be more convincing, and it doesn't sound just like opinion. Let's go to George Aaron. George Aaron, I'll ask you to unmute. You choose one more for me.
Opinion. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Opinion is like what, like, does like your opinion and there's other people's opinion. So like if, for example, if you think that they should like rebuild something, but some other people think that they shouldn't rebuild it, then you need to use like opinion to like like tell them why they should rebuild it.
Really good, George. Let me ask you one more question there, if you're just listening. So, George, opinion is absolutely what you believe, as you've said. Would you want to use only opinion in a debate, do you think?
No, you should use opinion and facts.
Really good. Because you want to make sure it's not only what you think that's being said, so you want to give people reason to believe why you believe that, don't you?
Yeah.
Really good, George. Thank you. Let me go to Sober Stowe. If you'd like to choose one more.
Okay, I want to explain imperative command. So by doing this, you're giving an instruction directly to the audience. So you're relating directly to them. And like giving that instruction, you're making them feel that, oh, we should actually do this. Maybe we should actually listen to the speaker.
Really good, Sober. Okay, so imperative command or instructional language can be, again, very powerful. The same way personal pronouns using you, I, and we makes us feel like oh, they're actually talking to us. If someone's giving you a command or using a command like go out and stop this, you know, you feel, oh, you know, like you've actually got to go and do something. It has a psychological effect. Okay, so as we're learning together, aren't we, that language is really powerful. Okay, so imperative command using command language can be really powerful on your audience. George, if you just put your hand down for me now you've spoken, I'll go to Chidera Utomi.
Emotive language. Because if you use emotive language, it tells the audience like you're using emotion to get to them, so they'll feel like they want to do it more.
Really good. So emotive language then, Chidera, as you've said, really good. It's emotive language is obviously language full of emotion. It makes you kind of react to it emotionally. You can feel it's passionate. We looked at yesterday poetic language, didn't we? We looked at how you can use similes and metaphors to make really visual, image-based language that really helps people imagine stuff. So emotive language as well is you're playing on people's emotions. You're calling out passionately with their emotions. You're thinking, oh, you know, you're really grasping them. Okay, so that's why it's persuasive. Let's go to Kamzi. If you'd like to choose one more.
I like to choose hyperbole. Hyperbole is like using a word to exaggerate to emphasize on a particular on a speech you're making. So when you use hyperbole to exaggerate, the audience really feel the need for it to be done.
Really good, Kamzi. Okay, yeah, really, really good. So hyperbole or hyperbolic language. Okay, yeah, you're exaggerating language. It's used for effect. Again, we've all learned together that when we've done speaking so far, there's a difference from when you can speak really boring and slowly, and then using emphasis, exaggeration, all of these things. So the same way you can do that with your voice, we can do that with our language. So being really dramatic in your choice of language or exaggerating points can have an impact. Okay, really good. So let's go to Olisameka. Would you like to choose one more?
Emotive language.
We've had emotive language. You can go again, but would you like to choose a different one we've not had? We've not had flattery, triples. We've not had those two.
So flattery is when you compliment your audience, and then like when they feel flattered, they'll like be more attracted to your side than the other side.
Really good. Okay, so why is it important, Olisameka, to bear in mind your audience? Why is that important? I'll ask you to unmute again.
it's important because you need to win the debate. And if you want to win the debate, you need more people to come to your side.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's a really good point to remember that, yes, you're debating what you believe and against what the other party might believe. However, the people you actually need to convince are your audience. So you can never forget your audience. You've always got to remember who you're actually speaking to and design what you're saying to them. Okay, I'm going to go to Segun.
Triples are like using more 3 points to support your argument, because if one of your points for other like team like makes it sound bad, you still have the other 2.
Really good. Okay, so Segun, triples, again, this is a persuasive language device technique. So if you were writing a speech, you might use this. Saying things in 3s is, again, impactful. It has an effect on how we hear things, okay? Like when we did the quotes yesterday in every city, every town, every hamlet, let freedom ring. By saying those 3, every city, every town, every hamlet, again, it's emphasis, it's reiterating, it's repeating, and using things in 3s is just a really powerful and impactful way of hearing something. When you're thinking again about our audience, when you hear something said in 3s, it just has an impact, okay? So language, as we've talked about, can have an emotional impact, a psychological impact. So we think about how I know it's a bit complex, but how we use that will have an effect, okay? So we're looking at how we can manipulate those skills to our benefit. So really, really good. I'm going to go to one more person, just in case they have a comment to make, but I think we've covered all of the persuasive language techniques we're looking at today. So I'm going to go to Oleas, if I've said that right.
I'd like to pick rhetorical question.
Yeah.
The rhetorical question would be useful in a debate because you would like to ask a question about like if like the thing is true.
Yeah.
And the question will be very helpful because it depends on what debate you're doing. Because it could be any debate. It could be like a debate on which is better, America or the UK.
Yeah.
And you have to state some facts about it. Then the other side you're on will actually ask some like rhetorical question. If it's and also a rhetorical question is a question that can be answered yes or no.
Really good. Okay, thank you so much there, Oleas. If I've said that. Guys, please do tell me when if I unmute you, please just feel free to say your name the way I should say it, okay? So I'm really sorry if I get a lot of these wrong. I do apologize. So I hope you've got a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen with you. I didn't ask that today, but I did say yesterday. So just to remind you, because it might be helpful right now, I'll give you just about a minute or so to do so, to write down a couple of these, to make a note, obviously, if you haven't, because later on, there's going to be a point where you're going to create your own small argument for something. And I'd like you to use some of these skills that we've just looked at, persuasive language skills. So think of maybe 3 that you definitely want to include. Obviously, not every time they might be appropriate, but choose 3 or 4 now that you could use for later, because later on you're going to create your own argument that you're going to present to the group. Just a short little statement, okay? So have a little go now at selecting 3 or 4 that you think, I could use them. And, to be really good, if you go for ones that are maybe a bit more difficult, that will look really good because maybe some people won't choose those. But obviously choose what you'd like to do. It's not a competition at all. We're all learning together. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm just going to check the chat. I'm just going to check the chat for one moment. Okay. And yeah, so just checking the chat. Fab. So Francis, is this, you want me to go on the slide before? Is this from before? From the structure of a debate, because we'll go through that again. Okay, so lovely. I'll just ask then to move on. If everyone can put their hands down as well if you've asked your question that you wanted to ask, just so I know where we are for that. So Ibim and Sagan, if you want to put down your hands if you've not got a question. Okay. So Tolu, all you're doing right now, and I'm going to stop in a second, all I've asked you to do is to make a note of some of the persuasive language techniques we've just gone through together, because later on in the lesson, I'd like you to use them when you create your own small argument. So the slide will have the task on, but it won't have all of these techniques. So you'll need to have your own copy. Okay, so you've just written some of them down. Don't worry, Tolu, because it's just for your benefit, really. So we're going to keep moving along. And I'm going to introduce you and give us a good amount of time to do this, okay? Because I'd like you to have a real go, and I'll hopefully be able to give you feedback and be able to hear from quite a few people. So as I've explained, at the end of these 5 sessions, we are going to host and present our own formal debate. Next session, we will discuss some topics we might like to debate together as a class, and we'll be broken into smaller groups. And then not the best, but the one that I think has worked the hardest will then present their debate at the final closing ceremony. Okay. But for that final debate that we're going to present, we will need a moderator to work with me, or if you feel you can, you'll be able to do it on your own. So for the final debate, we will need a moderator. A quality debate moderator will employ strong time management and organizational skills. They'll communicate effectively and usually have a working knowledge of the topic, and they will ensure the debate is respectful. Okay, so your main task, and we won't get into it just yet, is you are going to write a short speech using persuasive language that you're going to present for the role of the moderator. Okay, so even if maybe you don't want to do it, I'd like you to write a small speech using persuasive language of why you should take on the role of moderator, why you think you'd be appropriate, why you would do it well, and, using the persuasive language, be creative with it, say things that are creative, being, I believe I should be the moderator because I will stand for a fair and just world, so we're using powerful persuasive language. We will then present these back to the class, and depending on time, we might have a vote together who it should be, or Titus and I may decide on our own, okay? So we probably will do that, to be fair. But before we get on with that, I'd like you to just, for me, put your hand up if you can tell me what is a moderator. We've not really talked about that, but in a debate, there's always a formal debate, there's always a moderator. So what is the moderator? Okay, let's go to someone we've not heard from. So let's go to Chinedu.
I think that being a moderator is about looking over all the debate and enforcing the rules so that then nothing wrong happens.
Brilliant. Perfect. Okay. So Chinedu, do you think it's an important job?
Yes.
So yeah, you have to kind of introduce the debate and make sure all the rules are kept and people keep to time. So it's quite a hard job, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's a hard job, but it's definitely a very good job, I would say. Really, really good. Let me ask somebody else and they can tell me something else. Let me go to Faithful Udom. Can you tell me maybe something else about a moderator or something else you might know?
Okay, I feel like a moderator is like a neutral person that's like on neither sides, and they help like the two opposing and supporting sides, like, not go astray and like turn it into an argument instead of like a peaceful, debate.
Excellent. Okay. And the word neutral there is really important. Okay. So obviously you have two people who disagree or two groups and they're fighting for their points. So it's really important that the moderator is impartial. Okay. That they're unbiased and that they are neutral, as you've just said. That's really brilliant. Okay. So it's important for them not to have their own strong beliefs because they are representing the kind of the neutrality to allow both sides to give their points. Okay, so it's actually a really difficult role, but it's really important. So for the final task today, and you're going to have a good amount of time. I mean, we've got like over 20 minutes left. So you're going to write a speech, a short speech. It needs to be no longer at all than a minute long, 30 seconds to a minute speaking. So definitely no longer than a minute, but I'm saying 30 seconds to a minute long. Think about how you're going to introduce yourself. Think about why, give me the reasons why you should be the moderator, what you would ensure that you do as the moderator. You will ensure that I follow all of the rules and I'll make, What are you going to do? Why should you be it? And how are you going to convince us using persuasive language and presenting using the skills we looked at yesterday of public speaking? How are you going to speak to us poetically, emotively, with passion to convince us? So it's quite a big task. So if you put your hands down for now, and then I'll ask one more time if anyone would like to ask for just 2 minutes any questions about the task, because I understand it's not the easiest of tasks. So hands up now if you've got a question about the task that might help everybody if I answer. So Praise, let's go to you.
So I have 2 questions. My first question is, does everyone have to write the speech as if you are like you really, 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 really want to be the moderator, or do you write it if you actually do want to be the moderator? And the second question is, when you're doing this speech, will it be just one-on-one, or will it be like a group of people versus a group of people, or will it be like or will it be a one-on-one where everyone votes on the person who they think it is?
So really good questions there. I'll answer the second question first, okay? So at the end, hopefully we'll have some time. We're going to hear, we'll hear as many of them back as we can. Obviously we can't because there's so many people, guys, but we'll hear as many of them back as we can, and I'll try and choose people we've not heard as well. But the decision will probably be made. I'm thinking it will be made after the session. So we're not going to vote. We're not all going to vote together who we think is the best, okay? Even though that's how debates would work, but me and Titus will make a decision, okay? But yes, if you don't want to be the moderator, then obviously you might be thinking, well, why am I doing this? It's not a good use of my time. However, I want you to practice writing persuasively, and you can pretend to be in role that you do want this job. So imagine if you did want this job, how would you write a speech that was persuasive to convince us? Obviously, if you do want to have this role for the actual debate, then you will put in hopefully more effort, and that will come across in your presentation. But for everybody else, I want you to take the opportunity to just write what you believe, and then we'll hear them back. Does that make sense, Praise?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay, next question, I'll go to Kamzi. Kamzi? Oh, no, put your hands down. Okay, well, guys, let's start. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll try and discuss them as we're going along. But I want you to take a good, it doesn't need to be long, remember, okay? We're just having a go. But if you'd like to be the moderator, take your time now, everybody, to write a small speech using persuasive language, the skills we've looked at, and presenting it with the skills we looked at last session. So have a practice of reading it out once you've written it. But have a go now of writing a speech of why you should be the moderator for the final debate that we'll hold together. Okay, so I'll come to Ibim, because your hand is still up.
So what if like you want to be the audience?
Well, no matter we'll all be audience and we'll all be doing our own debates, because we'll be eventually put into groups where we'll all be talking in having our own debates, okay? And then other times we might be able to watch things, but you won't just be an audience member because you're going to be participating, okay? Tolu?
When imagine that you don't want to be a moderator, but you still did your speech and you still want to say it. Can you still do that?
Yeah, if you still want to say it, you can just say at the beginning or at the end, I would not like to be considered for the role. I just wanted to read out my speech. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll just see how long we've got, because obviously I'd like to hear from people who actually want to do it, because that would be good. And there's so many of you, I wish I could talk to all of you, but we don't have the time. Okay, so make sure we're using that time that we've got now, guys. Okay, so I want to see you writing, preparing, rehearsing, speaking out to your camera, how you're going to give your speech. Don't make it very long, okay? I don't want it any longer, definitely not any longer than a minute, but ideally, 30 seconds or even less if you think you can say something of value in a short period of time. It's not always about how long it is. It's definitely about quality over quantity. So thinking about persuasive language, why you want to be the moderator. I believe I would be a great moderator because I believe in justice, fairness, and ensuring the world we live in is a good place. Through my life so far, I've always believed in being a neutral observer and defending the opinions of others. I would like to say to you today that if you vote for me as the moderator, I will do you all proud. Okay? So think about how you might give you a little speech. Okay? So I'll give you a little bit longer now. We've got in total, guys, just over 20 minutes before the session's meant to end, and that's been an hour. So I'll give you just like 5 minutes, less than that, and then we'll hear back from some people. Okay. The moderator and you'll be doing the debate. Okay, so don't worry about that for now. Just worry about the task at hand, which is writing a small speech using persuasive language that you will read back. And the outlook for that speech is that you are applying to be the moderator. Okay. So I'm looking at the chat if there's, must we all do it? Well, I would like you all to have a go at writing the speech because that's good practice. And we're learning about debate and we're learning about public speaking. So the task is designed for you to have a go at practicing that, okay? So everybody probably won't get to read theirs out realistically. But if I do call on you, because I might call on you if you haven't put your hand up, hopefully you've got something to read because you've been given this time, okay? So that's the task. Okay, so I'll go to Denzel if you have a question. Denzel. Okay, Denzel, your hand is up, but I can't unmute you. So I'm going to go to Ngozi. Hold on.
Yeah. Please, I want to ask, well, I'm going to write a debate. And I'm going to use these tips that are here, right? Or like a speech.
Say that again, Ngozi. I wasn't sure what you said.
Please, are we going to like write a speech or like a small debate? And we're going to use these tips here.
Yeah, so you're going to write literally a short speech using persuasive language for why you should be the moderator. So why you should be chosen for the role of the moderator.
I'm going to present it now.
Don't do yours just yet, because we'll give everyone a chance to write theirs, and then we'll do them back together, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So have a practice. Hopefully, I mean, you're all very good, and I think if you would like to be the moderator, and so far you are pretty close to finishing and reading out your speech, please just raise your hand and we'll come to those people. We'll start coming to them. Take your time, if you're still not ready, and we'll hear from those who would like to be, because I'd like to hear from as many as possible. The reason why these sessions are designed to have a lot of your input and your discussion is because I want to hear your voice. I want you to practice public speaking. As we've said yesterday, that's how we get better, by continuing to do it. Okay, so put your hand up now, or continue to if you'd like to be the moderator. And in a moment, we'll start hearing back from people giving you a speech. So when I unmute you, I'd like you to read nice and clearly your little speech. So that should have an introduction of who you are and you know what you believe. Okay. So there's someone who's not muted, and I can just hear. So if you're not muted right now, just check you are, because I can hear some background noise. Make sure. Yeah, Charles is not muted. Okay. So I'm going to start asking you now to present your speech, considering how are we going to present it, okay? I want you to use the skills of public speaking we've looked at already, because that will show me that you would have the confidence, the ability to be the moderator, okay? So you've got to be clear and understood by everybody, okay? So we'll start with, I know, don't worry about going first, okay? So Chidera, you're the first hand. Are you happy to go first?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chidera Utomi. I stand before you today because I'm eager to take the role of moderator. As a moderator, I will bring a balanced approach, ensuring that each participant has the opportunity to express their views without interruption. My goal is to create an environment where ideas can flourish, where debates are not just about winning or losing, but about learning and growing together. I am committed to upholding the integrity of our debates by being an unbiased, attentive, and organized moderator. With your support, I am confident that I can help make our debates not just a competition, but a platform for mutual respect and intellectual exchange. Thank you for listening.
Wow, okay, really well done there, Chidera. We'll keep going. That was really good. So can I go to Olisameka?
That's me.
So when you're ready, Olisameka.
I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olisameka Iboku, and I want to tell you why I want to be the moderator. So first things first, I want to take on the responsibility of moderator so that other people won't be forced to do it. And next things next, I don't think anybody really knows me, and I don't know anyone. That means that I won't be prone to bias. And the next things next, I also try my best to make sure both sides are even, but I'm not promising because human beings also have capabilities and I'm not perfect myself.
Okay, excellent, Olisamaker. Really honest there. I really like that approach. Okay, well done. Let's go to Igdalia.
Can I just start by saying I don't actually want to be a moderator?
That's fine. That's fine,
I
Igdalia.
just want to do the speech.
Thank you.
What is a moderator? I believe we must address this fact before I put myself up for the role. It is a person who upholds justice, stands on truth, and dispels the misinformation that plagues society. I believe a moderator must be neutral, not bending to the winds of opinion, and I believe I am up to this most important task.
Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Really good persuasive language. Okay, but we put your hands down for me as well, Olisamaker. Really well done. I'll go to Faithful Udom.
Oh, okay.
When you're ready.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Faithful. Lovely to meet all the distinguished guests here today. Okay, yeah. So let me start now. I would like to take on the role of the moderator because I believe I am someone who values the power of speech and dialogue. I am confident in my ability to be fair and neutral, which are valuable traits of being a good moderator. When I am moderator, I will ensure that the debate is balanced and respectful because you all love to be heard, wouldn't you? I hope to create a scene that drives meaningful discussion and where discourse thrives. I am prepared to create an environment where everyone would share their thoughts and be respected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Faithful. That was lovely. Okay, really well done. I'll now keep going. So I'll go to Segun.
Hello. My name is Segun Abraham. I'm trying to be moderator because first, I don't really know a lot of people in the call, so I won't be biased because I know them or because I don't know them. And also, I'm sometimes in the middle of arguments, so I know like what a debate is like. I'll try to make the debate fair and so that no one's ideas won't be heard.
Brilliant. Okay. Do you finish there, Segun? Yeah, you finished there. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Segun. Really, really good. Brilliant reasons to consider. I'm going to keep going. Praise. Can I ask Praise Ebikake? Sorry, Praise, you're still muted. It's okay, don't worry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, when you're ready, Praise.
All right. Greeting, fellow debaters. I am Praise Ibukake, and I am appealing to be the moderator of this debate. I want to allow the waterfall of peace and justice to flow in this debate, and I want both sides to have a voice without interruption. And I want this debate to build us up, not bring us down, and to improve our friendships. If I become moderator, I'll try my very hardest to make sure that all of us have a voice and success for both sides.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Praise. Okay. Just a reminder as well in the chat, guys, it's really important if your camera works, you have your camera on. Okay. We'll keep going though. So I'm going to go to Michael Onar. So sit up nicely so I can see you. When you're ready.
Let's talk about why I should be the moderator. Number one, impartiality. As a moderator, it's crucial to maintain a neutral stance. I assure you that I will treat all participants with respect and fairness. Number two, effective communication. I possess strong communication skills, which are vital for facilitating a smooth debate. Number three, conflict resolution. In any debate, disagreements may arise.
Excuse me. So sorry, Michael. If you're not muted, you need to make sure you're muted because whoever's talking now, we can all hear you. So make sure you're muted. And I'm very sorry, Michael, to interrupt you. Michael, would you like to carry on?
Yeah. Number three, conflict resolution. In any debate, disagreements may arise. I'm equipped with the skills to mediate conflicts and redirect conversations when necessary. That's all.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Michael. Moving on again now, I'd like to go to Francis.
I don't actually want to be the moderator.
That's fine. But no, thank you so much for volunteering still.
Okay. My name is Francis Hunter, and today I'll be explaining why I deserve the role of a moderator. One reason is because I'll stay neutral, as I have always believed in equality and fairness, as Martin Luther King Jr. is my biggest inspiration. I will never be biased, as there are always two sides to a story or two ideas. Would you really want a moderator who is biased to the opposing side? Surely not. We all deserve a chance of equality, and every single person in the world deserves a chance of equality. And if you choose me as your moderator, we'll be one step closer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Francis. Really well done there. I'm going to go to Praise Udom. Doesn't look like Praise, but we'll go to, it says Praise. Okay.
Okay, so hello, my name is Praise Udom.
Yeah.
So I want to be the moderator because I feel I am a very good person with a good personality, and I'm able to also make arguments go as smoothly as possible. And then also being a moderator is to be able to have a good relationship with people. So you need to have a good personality so people be able to view you good. And I also think that I'm a good person to be a moderator because I'm normally in between arguments, and I'm also good to guide and also give good questions because I also love giving questions. And being a moderator is to also have questions to give the people and the audience and the debaters also spice up the debate too. So yeah, that's why I also want to be a moderator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Praise. Really well said. Okay, thank you. I'm going to go to Sober Stowe.
Okay. Okay, I want to start now.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Okay. The key to successful leadership is influence, not authority. And I completely agree. Being a moderator means that you are presented the opportunity to lead a debate. But what roles do they truly have? They are just, true, and fair, and must not allow themselves to be swayed by popular opinion, as well as managing their allotted time. Qualities that I feel I possess, and if not, can be developed with help from teachers and, of course, everyone here. I don't want to be seen as a tyrant, but a friend. But don't mistake that as being impartial, as I will never put the role in jeopardy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sober. Okay, really good. Really, really good. Let's go. When you are speaking, there's some of us with our hands up who haven't got our pictures on, so I'm just not going to pick you right now. If you can turn your camera on, I'll come to you, unless you can put in the group, oh, I don't have a camera. Let's go to Bolu. Bolu, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, when you're ready.
Hello, my name is Bolu Majiagbe. If you elect me as your moderator of this debate, I will make you proud. I am known for being fair, just, and open-minded. How would you like it if there was an unfair moderator who was biased against you and your beliefs? I wish to create a stable and balanced environment. I'm organized and I will easily hear both points of the argument. If you elect me, you will not regret it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Okay, really, really good. I'm going to move on, just because we've not got loads of time left, to Olias. Is it Olias? Yeah, when you're ready.
My name is Emmanuel Olaya, and I would be a moderator because I would want to be a moderator because I believe the fairness in everyone, and if you pick me, I will serve justice and everyone will be treated right. Signed off by Emmanuel Lawyer.
Thank you very much. Okay, very professional at the end there. Really good. Let's go to Favor Akinyemi. If you're ready.
Good day, everyone. I'm Favor Akiemi, and I think I should be considered for moderating role because I have great experience with communicating with people, judging fairly, and I think that if I have this opportunity, I'll make a significant impact and make sure that this debate will be used as an opportunity to learn and grow, based on the fact that I am a neutral person and I do not take sides or opinions. Thank you.
Thank you, Favor. Really well done. Okay, I'm going to go to Tolu.
I believe that I'm fit for the position of moderator. I'm not biased. I have good time management, and it would be a place of peace where we put forward our points and not turn it into an argument. I'm not really applying.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tolu. Really good. Let's go to Gladys.
Good day, everyone. And I want to become moderator because I believe in justice and I enjoy when everyone has a say in a debate and has freedom of expression. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gladys. Okay, really, really good. I'm going to take, if you don't want to be the moderator, just wanted to do your speech, you just put your hand down for now. Keep your speeches, obviously, might be useful. I just want to hear for the last couple now. I only want to hear from people who would actually like to be the moderator. So let's go to Chinedu.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chinedu. As a moderator, these questions I ask will be the stepping stones of justice. Can all debaters and people alike make their point known? Can new ideas sprout from the complexity of this debate? If I become moderator, all of these questions will be answered and a foundation of peace shall reign. I promise to you today that I shall never waver and give everyone a chance to share their infinite mindset and possibilities.
Excellent, Chinedu. Okay, really good vocal skills there. Let's go to Israel. If you can put your camera on, Israel, and we'll go to you. Okay, Israel, I'll ask you to unmute.
The reason why I should be moderator is because I have a strong connection with public speaking, and I make everyone proud after I speak. And if you do not accept what I say, then I will try to make you proud, and you do not have to vote for me, but I will make everyone proud, whoever votes for me.
Thank you so much, Israel. Okay, that was lovely. We're going to go to, we've only got two left, so we're going to have Ngozi.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to be here. It's an honor standing before you because I don't just see a group of individuals, but a community of bright minds ready to collaborate and make a difference. I'm ecstatic at the possibility of becoming moderator because I believe in the power of effective communication and the importance of every voice being heard. As your moderator, I will ensure everyone has a high sense of belonging and no one feels less than others. Imagine a meeting where everyone's ideas are being heard and treasured, ensuring that we're getting closer to our goals. That is what I will promote. I will be transparent and hardworking and carry everyone along. If you're looking for someone who's not afraid to elevate our conversations and strive to achieve greatness, then I'm your choice. I can't wait to embark on this journey with you.
Thank you very much, Ngozi. Thank you very much. Kamzi, do you want to give yours, Kamzi? Are you still, it says you're connecting to audio, so I don't know if we can hear you. Let's try and unmute you, Kamzi. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to start. We'll have to move on. Sorry. So Kamzi. No, I don't think Kamzi can. So we'll move on from Kamzi. Let's go to last one now. Ferranmi. Faranmi. Sorry if I've said it wrong.
Hello,
When-
everyone. I am Faranmi Abraham, and I am kind, caring, woody. I'm also fair. I will also be fair to so people will understand if they do not win the debate. I am never biased, even if someone who is debating is my friend. I will still be fair and remain a neutral viewpoint. I want people to be able to voice their opinions without being put down or ignored, which brings a peaceful environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we've heard from everybody there who wanted to give their speech, apart from Kamsi, but I can't get to you, Kamsi. I'm really sorry because you're not connected to the audio. But really, really well done, everybody. For next session, I'd like you to give you a little bit of homework. We'll finish very soon. A bit of homework for next session is to think about what topics would you like to debate. That's going to be your homework, to think about some topics that you're really passionate about that we could debate. Maybe think of some topics. Maybe it could be about cows. We shouldn't eat meat because it's cruel to kill animals, or no, we shouldn't be vegan. Maybe something like that. Think of some topics that you might like to debate. For next session, we're going to decide on our debates and start making some debates. And hopefully by the end, by next session, I'll be able to tell us who our moderator will be. Okay, so really, really well done to all of those who read their speeches. I was really impressed. Okay, so you're really doing amazing. And as I've said, it's all about practicing. And the more you use your voice, the more you have a go, the better you'll become. So I'm really proud of all of you for doing your really hard work today. So really thank you so much. And yeah, so the homework is to think about some topics we might debate, and then I'll see you on, not tomorrow, I'll see you on Monday, the first session. So yeah, I'm really, really proud of all of you. So really well done. If Titus is there, and you'll be ready for your next session soon. Okay, so really well done. If there's any questions while we're waiting for the next session to begin, you can ask me any questions if you want to put your hand up. Any questions? But yeah, really well done of those of you who read, and the homework is to think of some topics that we could debate as a class together, to think of some topics. Okay, that's your homework.